Hi. Okay, I'm going to walk through week 2 science. So there's 2 experiments for week 2. There is, and of course the science or the experiments are coming out of Van Cleves. So if you hear noises and stuff in the back, my kids are cleaning the homeschool room right now. So that's what that is. Anyway, so we've got week 2. 2 experiments is number 24, which is mirage, and number 26, which is distortion. And I've got the Nicole Liam sheets here, which I love. Have a lot of information. I'll have those printed out for you in the science notebook. But if you want to use them, I would suggest reading them beforehand, obviously, and preparing yourself to explain some of the information to the kids in class that day. It's certainly not as interesting to them if you are reading from the paper the day of class, but I'll have them for you anyway because I think they have some good pictures that help the kids to understand what's going on. So those will be available to you. So you don't have to print them out and bring them to class. If you want to use them, you don't have to use them. They'll just be there for you. Okay, so number 24, experiment number 24 is the first one for week 2, and it's mirage. So that one, our materials are modeling clay, a small clear bowl, a coin, which we have some plastic coins that we'll use, a helper, assistant, and a pitcher of water. So I will have this pitcher for you. You can just have one of your moms go fill it up with water. In fact, I forgot to fill it up with water, so I'll have one of my assistants help me. Hey, Addie, could you come fill this up with water, please? While we're doing everything else. Yeah, sink water's fine, please. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is take your modeling clay here, and you just stick it in the bottom of the bowl, like so. And then you're going to take your coin and you're going to stick it into the modeling clay like this. And then you want to put your bowl on the edge of the table. I'm using my counter, which is a bit of a mess because I'm going through all my science stuff here. Let me see if I can, I can't turn the camera around, but let me see if I can just face it this way so that you guys can see. Okay, so you've got the coin and the bowl on the counter. So you're just standing up. Sorry, I'm holding this kind of funny. And you're going to step back until you can't see the coin from the top of the bowl, but you'll still be able to see it from the side of the bowl because it is clear, obviously. So it's on the edge of the table. I'm going to take a few steps back until now you can't see the coin from the top, but you can see it from the side. Addie, would you pour the water in for me, please?
Just some?
Just pour it in until I ask you to stop, please. Keep going. And so as you're pouring, you'll have the kids be observing, so they should be able to see it from the side of the bowl, but not from the top. Keep going. We're going to need to pour a lot more. Pour, 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 more. So as it goes, we got to go way over the top of the coin, Addie. Now, if you're looking, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, it might be a little bit difficult. But what happens from where I'm standing is I can't see the coin any longer from the side of the bowl, but I can see it again from the top of the bowl. So as the water is added, it changes the direction of the light through refraction. And so it's and the image just refracts differently with the water in the bowl. And so like I said, you can see it from the side. Once you add the water in, then you can see it from the top again. It only changes when the water is added. And of course, that, like I said, that's just the refraction of the light changing through the water. And there's a lot of information in Van Cleves and on the Nicole Liam sheets about how the atmosphere changes the refraction of the light for the sun, which makes it so that we can see the image of the sun coming up before it actually rises or it actually sets. We can see it afterward because of the refraction of light in the atmosphere. So that is experiment number 24 for week 2. And then the other one for week 2 is distortion. So that's another pretty simple one. You'll have a compass. I have a compass. It's somewhere. Where did I put the compass? It was under my computer. Okay, so you will have a compass. Your materials are a pencil, a compass, magnifying glass, which I've got a ton of magnifying glasses. You'll have plenty for all of your students to be able to use one. And a blank sheet of paper. So you're going to draw a 1-inch circle with your compass. There's measurements on this one, and the other one I have, I think, is similar. So you want to, obviously, 1/2-inch radius, 1-inch diameter circle. You're just going to draw your, see if I can hold this in my hand and do it, circle. And you can have each kid do their own, because this is easy stuff. They'll just have to share the compass because I only have one for each bin, and they can try different sizes of circles or whatever after you do the first experiment. And then you take the magnifying glass. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it on here. And the kids just look at it. They move it back and forth, up and down, even closer and further away. And as you can see on the video, the shape of the circle changes. It distorts to maybe a little more oblong, or parts of it are sticking out a little further as you move the magnifying glass around. So like I said, that's just demonstrating the distortion. And again, the Nicoleum sheet has a ton of information. Van Cleves has a lot of information. But basically the shape, the thickness of the magnifying glass, since it's thicker in the middle and thinner on the edges, it distorts the image of the circle because of the refraction of the light. So we're talking about reflection, refraction, light distortion. So that is week 2 science.